Welcome back, dear viewers, to the RPG Imaginarium, where here we seek to catalog the best traditional gaming stories the internet has to offer. Tonight we bring you the story of Amazo, the Wonder Golem, from an anonymous 4chan user. As always, a link to the original story is provided below. Best magical item you ever had or created? Mine was something referred to as the Wonder Golem, or Amazo for short. It started off as a clunky golem which my sorcerer and a fellow destructive nutjob, who happened to own a magic shop, had laden down with everything from the shop we didn't want to carry with us while fleeing from the enemy army. The only instructions we gave it were something along the lines of "sick 'em." It nearly turned us to stone the second we turned it on, and it did turn about 40 of the enemies to stone during its first round of existence. It conjured tornadoes and magical death, even healed the enemies who lived through its attacks now and then. But what really started to give it its powers were the wishes. Amazo rolled randomly on the huge list of artifacts we borrowed from the country's predominant magical storage areas to do its attacks. And it just kept hitting wishes. Its first wish turned it into a well-articulated killing machine. No clunky shambling, it strode across the field of battle like death incarnate. But the saga of Amazo was far from over. As it brought death and destruction to those in front of it, my sorcerer and the shopkeeper began fleeing, like scared rabbits, looking back every opportunity they got to see more badassery. And then the unthinkable happened. It began hitting the holy items we'd put into it. Now, neither myself nor the shopkeeper were religious, which meant Amazo didn't so much as call upon the gods' assistance, as rip their power from the heavens and make it its own. After the next instance of miracle, he was a killing machine without peer, fluid steel that rode across the battlefield with grace unmatched by man or golem. Then he teleported to the abandoned city we were trying to hide in, and summoned a bunch of elder elementals. There was a lot of running and screaming at that point, but soon his attention turned back to the army, in time to see 4 ancient dragons on the horizon, and to get another wish, which turned him into a dragon equal in size and shining like the purest mithril. He kicked off the ground and began to kick the shit out of the dragons, until one of the riders, who happened to basically be a demigod by this point, knocked him to the ground. And then Amazo was undone. Not by the hand of the enemy, but by his own breath weapon, also randomly rolled. Miracle Breath. It took the combined prayers of about 200 people to summon up enough power to end him, and the explosion left a magical scar in the landscape which will likely persist for aeons. My sorcerer's deity slot is no longer left blank. It now has one word on it: Amazo.